Step into the cinematic time capsule of 1962's State Fair, a film that stands as a testament to the enduring charm of the entertainment industry. What qualities have elevated it to become an everlasting symbol of the silver screen? The answer lies in its ability to capture the essence of a bygone era, offering a nostalgic glimpse into the heart of American culture. While many may recall the film's surface narrative of families' adventures at the annual State Fair, few may be privy to the lesser-known facts and anecdotes that add an extra layer of fascination. What hidden gems lie behind the scenes, shaping the movie's creation and reception? Exploring these details unravels a richer understanding of the film's impact. As you reflect on this cinematic journey, we're curious to know about your most cherished memory or personal experience related to this iconic creation. What moment from State Fair has left an indelible mark on your heart? Share your stories and memories in the comments below. We'd love to hear the diverse tapestry of experiences that this classic has woven over time. So, what enduring qualities make State Fair an everlasting symbol of the industry, and are there any lesser-known facts or anecdotes that fascinate you? We invite you to join the conversation and share your thoughts below. Your stories add depth to the legacy of this cinematic gem. Ann-Margret, backed by a voluptuous female chorus in promotional art for the film, surprises viewers in State Fair. Contrary to expectations, her act in the movie features only men. This unexpected twist adds a unique dynamic to the film's promotional material versus the actual on-screen performance. Director Jose Furr's son, Gabriel, took a personal connection from the film set to his personal life by later marrying Pat Boone's daughter, Bebe. The intersection of these two families brings an interesting behind-the-scenes connection to the 1962 movie. Notably, State Fair marks Ann-Margret's debut in feature films. Although shot before Pocketful of Miracles, which is often considered her debut due to its earlier release, State Fair showcases Ann-Margret's initial foray into the world of feature films. These intriguing facts provide a glimpse into the making of State Fair and the connections formed both on and off-screen during its production. Barbara Eden and Andy Williams initially auditioned for roles in the film, a fact that adds an intriguing layer to the casting process. Ultimately, Ann-Margret and Bobby Darin secured the roles, with Eden's vocal talent shining in a different project later on. The film's musical score, crafted by Alfred Newman and Ken Darby, stands out with its lush arrangements, a hallmark of their collaboration on various Rodgers and Hammerstein productions. The duo's expertise in orchestrating vibrant choral numbers, evident in other notable films, enhanced the cinematic experience of State Fair. Notably, Wally Cox made his cinematic debut in this production, marking a significant milestone in his career. These behind-the-scenes details provide a nuanced perspective on the making of State Fair and the talent involved, making it a noteworthy entry in the world of film. The film's production initially aimed for the grandeur of TOD-AO, a format showcasing 65 mm negatives for immersive 70 mm prints and a magnetic stereophonic soundtrack. Despite some test footage in 65 mm, the shift to budget-friendly 35 mm cinemascope occurred, with remnants of the original material residing in Fox's film archives. An intriguing structural choice kept Pat Boone and Bobby Darin from sharing scenes, mirroring the lack of interaction between Ann-Margret and Pamela Tiffin. However, fate aligned them later as co-stars in The Pleasure Seekers 2 years post-State Fair. Rarely seen, the end title sequence hosts a choral reprise of It's a Grand Night for Singing, showcasing a photo montage of the cast. This sequence notably features Pamela Tiffin in an outtake potentially sourced from discarded footage. Originally intended for it, might as well be spring-curated insights like these offer a unique perspective into the nuances of the film's production, highlighting structural choices and hidden, seldom-seen sequences. When Fox released the 1962 edition of this classic, earlier versions faded away, shelved to avoid competing at the box office. The 1933 film vanished for decades, only resurfacing in the 90s. Its 1945 counterpart reappeared on TV under a new title. It happened one summer to avoid confusion. The 62 version also hit local stations. One interesting tidbit involves Pamela Tiffin's singing voice. While some credit Marie Green, it was Anita Gordon who lent her voice. Gordon later did similar work for Gene Seberg in Paint Your Wagon in '69. Alice Faye's song Never Say No got trimmed in the movie, but is fully available on the original soundtrack by Dot Records. That's some of the lesser-known info about the 62 State Fair, shedding light on its versions and vocal performances. Returning to 20th Century Fox after nearly 17 years, Alice Faye made a noteworthy comeback for the film, initially drawn by the chance to reunite with old friends from her Fox days, Don Amici and director Henry King. However, Amici's role was eventually taken by Tom Ewell, and the movie was directed by Jose Furr. A significant change from the 1945 version was the absence of All I Owe Iowa, a Key Rogers and Hammerstein song, as the setting had shifted from Iowa to Texas. Richard Rodgers created an equivalent number, It's the Little Things in Texas, performed by Alice Faye and Tom Ewell. Interestingly, Ann-Margret, originally a brunette, underwent a transformation during the pre-production phase of the film. Director Jose Furr suggested she dye her hair red, a decision that became a defining and dazzling characteristic, leading her to adopt this striking shade permanently. This film, adapted thrice from Phil Stong's novel, saw its 1962 version take shape, drawing heavily from the successful 1945 remake. Keeping much of the 1945 song score, this rendition presented the story in stereo and widescreen. Surprisingly, initial reception wasn't favorable, dismissed by both viewers and critics. However, over time, it found a devoted following despite its early setbacks. One standout aspect was the nail-biting speedway sequence filmed at the Oklahoma State Fair Raceway in Oklahoma City. Today, the backdrop remains intact with the Great Plains Coca-Cola bottling facility on May Ave, though the grandstands were removed in August 2010. Another intriguing facet lies in the 1999 Verse Sarabande CD remastering of the soundtrack, where the orchestra's timing occasionally lags or leads the singers, notably on tracks like More Than Just a Friend. Despite its initial lukewarm reception, this adaptation has found its place over the years, marked by memorable scenes and the resonance of its enduring soundtrack. Icons and Addiction. The tragic stories of substance abuse among state fairs cast vintage Hollywood harbored its share of turmoil behind the silver screen's glamour. Among the ensemble of the 1962 movie State Fair, some cast members grappled with tragic battles against substance abuse. While their on-screen performances captivated audiences, off-screen struggles plagued these individuals. The shadows cast by fame and the pressures of the industry led to haunting personal narratives where addiction obscured the brilliance that once shone on celluloid. As the curtains draw to a close, take a moment to journey back to the enchanting world of that remarkable film from yesteryears. State Fair, a cinematic marvel that nestled its way into the hearts of many, inviting laughter, joy, and maybe even a touch of nostalgia. It's more than just a movie. It's a glimpse into an era, a soundtrack to cherished moments, and a canvas for personal connections. Perhaps it was the jubilant tunes that echoed through your memories, or the captivating characters that felt like old friends. Maybe it was the allure of the fair itself, sparking reminiscences of your own adventures or traditions. Whatever it may be, this film has a unique way of weaving itself into our stories, inviting us to reflect on the beauty of those moments. Your perspective, your memories of State Fair are treasures waiting to be shared. Whether it's a snippet of laughter, a favorite scene, or a heartfelt connection, your thoughts paint a vivid picture of the movie's impact on your life. Thank you for taking this reflective journey with us. Your thoughts, your memories, your connection, these are the threads that enrich the tapestry of our shared experience. Let's keep the spirit of State Fair alive, celebrating its timeless charm together. Thank you for your time and for being part of this cinematic journey.